Hi guys, I just wanted to come by and do a quick read really fast for the weekend. This is going to be for Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine pairs. I did just want to add, and I know that this is my first time. Ooh, see, something didn't want me to say that. So I know this is my first time kind of doing this, but I probably will go ahead and entertain the thought of Divine Masculine and Feminine being the two halves of your brain, just so we can keep things straight. I don't want to talk about twin flames and soulmates and all that kind of good stuff. I think you have a lot of those, including situations, places. You can be in the right place at the right time, and that's, might have been your soul's path. So your soul was mated to that idea or attached to it, committed to it. It was a contract that it took out. So I just want to go ahead and do this, but more so to help us understand the ways in which we can balance ourselves. Because I know for me personally, that's, my main goal is to stay balanced and to try to help other people also remain happy and balanced. So, so these back cards actually jumped out first. I'm just going to take those. Okay. I don't know why I picked this deck up. I guess this is the one we were supposed to use. I don't know. So there's an air sign. There's the death card. And then there's the butterfly card all in the upright, which basically means that there's potentially a Libra or an air sign of Aquarius or Gemini that is going through a transformation or some type of a death and then restart. When you look at these three cards together, it's kind of like air. If you think about air as being like a tornado or something that causes a whole bunch of death, then after the tornado is over, tornado is really, really drastic and it happens quickly and it kind of, messes everything and everybody up. But then the butterfly comes along, and the butterfly was in the cocoon the whole time that the tornado was happening. So it's really quite interesting to think about it more so in a transformative sense, not so much in a gloom and doom, like nobody died, I promise. And if they did, then they went to a better place. Anyway, let me get 3 more cards for right now. Oh, that one jumped. This one and that one. Okay. So there is actually a realization or some kind of a breakthrough. This is equivalent to the Tower card in this deck. That there is no kind of courage to get through something emotionally. So somebody is realizing, potentially an air sign, or, this is also death card, symbolizes Scorpio, is realizing that there's kind of like a need for some change, like lightning struck and made someone realize that they were emotional about something that they didn't necessarily know that they were emotional about, I guess. I don't really know. You guys tell me. I'm just saying, I think it seems like was a realization that there's no courage or something is not strong emotionally. So whether that be you, whether that be the other person, whether that be, like anybody in this situation could be applicable in this scenario. Oh, sorry. No, I'm forever scaring her in these reads. Let me go ahead and get 3 more with these cards, and then we'll clarify with the Moonchild deck. Okay. All right, and then, okay, so someone needs to meditate. There's no meditation going on right now, or no focus on, sorry, all of these. That's so weird. I said I drew this non-meditation card, and then all these alerts popped up on the computer. Anyway, someone needs to meditate on maybe a water sign or potentially their feelings, on gratitude, gratefully. They need to meditate on their feelings gratefully. So I don't know if this means that there has been a lack of gratitude. It doesn't really look like it because, I mean, courage was in the reverse, but gratitude was in the upright. And the breakthrough happened before all of that. So basically, there's a realization by some type of a transformation, maybe a mental one. This could just be, air signs are very cerebral, so tend to get lost in the weighing things out or duplicating back and forth, or comparisons is really important. So that's kind of what I'm getting off of this. If I was to guess, I would say, or just not guess, but, you know, intuitively speaking, what I'm picking up from this is kind of that there's been a realization. At the center of this all, there's been this tower moment. Something big happened, and I don't know who it was that had all of these tower moments, but there's just been a realization that something is emotionally kind of not working out right now. And that's causing some issues with a water sign, or potentially just very emotionally within themselves. And there's gratitude is the suggestion, and I don't know what was somebody was ungrateful about, but there was something potentially that was not working out in that regard. Potentially someone's, you know, I know that when I get really like ticked off, then I'll be like, ah, and then later I'll be like, okay, now I'm calm and I can talk about it. You know, maybe somebody was very emotional and did not have courage to be grateful about something. And that could have caused an ending or some type of a realization that something needed to change, or that there was a change. Could have been an air sign. I feel like I'm repeating myself, so I'm going to stop there. But I will get 2 clarifiers. We'll get 3 clarifiers. See what's going on. Hold on for 1 second, and just, you know. Oh, okay, this is 2. I thought that was... Anyway, so we actually ended up with 4, but that's alright. This one actually came out first, and the other ones came out. Okay, so there is a home. This is the 4 of Wands. The Queen of Wands is in reverse, so someone is not actually manifesting very well at home. There's 6 of Swords in reverse, so someone's not manifesting moving forward with some type of a reunion. Okay, so that makes sense with what we just read. Potentially somebody is realizing that this reunion is not going to happen, and as a result, there's been, you know, a death of that relationship, and then a change. There's been a change coming. Okay, and there was no courage to have gratitude towards something or somebody. So therefore, this reunion is not going to be moving forward. It's just not going to happen, Captain. So, I don't know what that means to you guys, but you take it. You got to tell me how it applies, because I'm just looking at the cards. So, yeah. I feel like if we're talking about this cerebrally instead of as divine masculine, divine feminine, you may be having a moment where you're realizing that you're more strongly one way than another, which there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone is allowed preference. I think also that there's sometimes, especially in today's day and age, this weighing out of things like good and bad, or, you know, up and down and black and white and all these other kind of good paradoxes. But, you know, I think that really when it comes down to it, when you're thinking about your own brain, if you're trying to accept the emotional aspect of your brain, you're also thinking about kind of like your frontal lobes and the ways in which they communicate with each other about your perception of other people, or people's perception, the way you perceive that other people perceive you is what I mean. So when other people look at you, what are they seeing? And then when you look at yourself, what do you see? Those two things are here in your frontal lobe. So I don't know why that just came out intuitively, but it just seems like there's, you know, perhaps needing to be a moment of like silence and meshing of the two halves so that you can have an integrated whole. And it's not easy at all. If you thought this was an easy journey, or that it ends at some point, hate to break it to you, but we're all in this for a long ride. The one thing I can guarantee is that no one's getting out alive. So it's just like, you might as well just enjoy the ride no matter what happens, right? Okay, oops. So I like literally picked up these cards and didn't realize that that one was still in there. So it has a message for us. Okay, Queen of Wands in the upright. So in that last spread, then the Queen of Wands was in the reverse. So I'm glad she came out in the upright. Maybe that means that that's the message that I just gave us about the two frontal lobes coming together was important. Calming of the mind. Yeah, they say that there are certain waves that actually help people, like binaural brain wave beats and whatnot. Don't take my word for, don't like try to spell that out on Google or anything based off my pronunciation of it. But I'm just trying to say, you know, there are alpha waves and beta waves and gamma and omega and all kinds of stuff. So you can basically figure out for yourself what you find to be relaxing. Sometimes, for me personally, it depends largely on what I'm doing. Sometimes I really find it relaxing to listen to heavy metal. It's what I need to listen to in that moment. Let yourself do it. Sometimes I find it very relaxing to listen to Enya or Sade or, you know, a plethora of other movies, soundtracks, or, you know, just different music at different times. And it's whatever floats your boat. There's not a correct answer to how to do that, but whatever calms your mind and helps you to come back down to the middle. Okay, I don't know. I'm still shuffling these. I guess we're going to do 3 more and then I'm out. Okay, so this is somebody's grounding the meditation. So I think that's what we're doing now, is trying to open space for ourselves and others to converse about meditation, about the thought process behind calming. And that's medicinal, very much so, and very, very passionately. I don't think, sometimes this fire sign can be like passionate, but it's also like when someone puts a fire under your butt to do something, you get up and you do it, right? So this was us putting the fire, or kind of sending a smoke signal up to God, is the way I like to think about it. That was a medicinal prayer, a thought, an intention to help us to ground ourselves. So also, you could be dealing with an earth sign. This would be a fire sign, obviously. And there may be healing going on between the two. So, in any case, that's all I have for you guys today. We'll talk to you soon. If you like this video, please comment, like, subscribe down below. Thanks. Bye.